signal.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay, there we go. Okay. Oh. Anything else?
You're live, by the way.
I'm not seeing anything. Yeah. That's what I have. I didn't either.
defenders. Protect your bombs from being defused by attackers. Attackers have discovered the location of a bomb.
Well reinforced.
Yep.
Swapping mags. Jammer ready to activate. Changing mags. Reinforcing wall.
Hopefully. What is the button to zoom in?
Attackers are heading out to defuse a bomb.
I'm reloading. Impact out.
Alrighty, guys, we're gonna try this again. This time I will be present during the ban phase. Came in here a little late to the action, nevertheless. As we get started here, I'm liking the new UI for Siege. However, it's a little different since the last time I've seen it, which will have been last semester in the spring. So
We were able to
a while back.
The difference is this is Siege X now, no longer just Rainbow Six Siege. So,
Yeah, you gotta remember. Same game we know and love, just a little refined, you could say.
yeah, a little bit better sound, a little bit more, just I guess, better gameplay, so you can really outplay your enemies. We're gonna see Mira, Azami, Ram, and an Ace ban. I do like seeing the Ace getting banned, denying that hard breach, at least one of them.
Notably, Mira on the defender's side, pretty strong pick on Chalet, and a lot of maps in general. Tough to deal with that utility.
Absolutely.
So it'll be taken off the board here as we head into the prep phase of round one between Tarleton State and our opponents here. If you remind me, what is the name of our opponents for this activation game?
Reinforcing wall.
That'd be Arizona State? Or is that something else? Nevertheless, interesting picks here. It's going to be Schlitten to be the one of the newbies here to our Siege A team. He'll be picking up Ungoy's old role of these Scopos, as we got to see a lot of that gameplay from last semester. See if he can replicate some of those amazing roam timings and information early fragging capabilities that the agent, or operator I should say, is able to provide you. And Vedros will also be playing the Warden, something I didn't think we saw a lot of last semester, really at all. But you can definitely make use of that utility, the glasses. They'll see through smokes, dodge any flashes.
I love this setup. Getting that deep angle coming in.
Yeah, this is pretty standard for Tarleton. You see this a lot on Chalet, where they'll get these deep angles as they control bottom trophy stairs, seeing into the main lobby area. It's okay to be able to set that up with, I believe this is the DMR is what that gun's called.
It's a shotgun, basically a slug shotgun is what we're seeing right now.
Right. A very slow start to this round. As the minutes ticked by, not a lot of contact from the attackers here. Let's take a look at their composition. They are using the reworked Blackbeard, so Shield's kind of being, from what I'm told by a lot of these Siege players, Shield's kind of a hard meta in the current moment. We're going to see that gun barrel. Shot's going to ring out from Bohannon, not quite connecting just yet, as he remains patient. I believe that player in lobby is going to be aware of him, I think. Doesn't quite look like it yet. A few more wallbang attempts. Not quite finishing the kill. But eventually, Schlitten's going to be the one to find first blood. And that is the capability of Scopos right there, as he creeps up from the bottom floor of the basement, as we might have contact here for Sink, and he will lose the fight to Clutch. 4 versus 4, immediately traded by PKE. So good job playing off each other from the Tarleton players, as we transition to a numbers advantage. Wall does get breached here. PKE kind of playing with fire, sees the gun barrel. I believe that is the Blackbeard sitting outside piano. But everything once again slows down with a minute left to go in the round. Okay, continuing to jiggle that open hard breach. Bleed drone does spot him there. A few shots not connecting. 50 seconds and counting. He's gonna get the shot there. PK Bohannon actually that was from the side. I thought it was PK because that's the one we were spectating, but it was Bohannon to be able to take down the Blackbeard, leaving us in a 2 versus 4 for ASU in favor of Tarleton. Molotov's going to zone Bohannon off that angle. Oh, and PK not quite ready for the walk up, as Blastpeck, sorry, makes his way into sight. Immediately traded though by Vedros. Using that shotgun, playing close quarters now. A pretty difficult 1 versus 3 here for Rika X Yuda. Tarleton remains to play disciplined, not willing to give this one away, and eventually Rika will walk into the waiting arms of Vedros and secure round 1 for Tarleton.
Amazing round, well played, honestly, from the side of Tarleton. Playing that nice, slow, playing for trades, not just taking, I guess, lack of better words, stupid fights. Able to keep their numbers up throughout the entire round.
Pretty slow developing attack for round 1 of ASU, and it's kind of typical. You'll see that a lot in Siege. Not too many fast executes, I should say. It's not something you see too often in Siege, especially in these match type environments. Tarleton handles it quite nicely, and I want to highlight the value from Scopos there early in that round, as Schlitten was able to creep through up those main basement stairs and find an early pick.
Setting deterrent.
And it just kind of gives me, like,
Magnets ready.
what's the word? Nostalgia?
Yeah. That's really what it
Nostalgia from what we were able to see from Ungoy. Schlitten clearly picking up a few things from him.
Absolutely.
Loading new magazine.
Me playing with really only one person from this team last semester. Played with a little bit of Vedros.
Trying magnet.
This team is basically completely brand new, so I'm excited to see what happens this season.
Hey, you're looking at a revamped and entirely different Tarleton roster.
Minus our Unk we got here.
Activate
Mr.
jammer!
Vedros. He's a veteran for this team.
Yeah, a little more experience beside of Vedros. For everyone looking to kind of show how they can contribute 2 successful round wins on this team. Slight composition change here for Tarleton with the site change.
I will watch over us.
Reload!
Seems it's like more utility focused. You're looking at mute jammers, thorn traps, well, my magnets, and even the Malusi coming out for Schlitten. A lot more anchoring utility, in my opinion.
Absolutely, especially with that Wamai being able to deny most util that gets thrown.
So Schlitten is going to get spotted up here. He's a little bit cornered. We'll see if he finds a way out of this or if he can deliver a kill or 2 for Tarleton. He has a rotate hold to play around, but he's being pinched in by 2 players. Schlitten trying to work these corners, but he's run out of bullets and out of time. Schlitten doing what he can. That's a team kill for Rika onto Clutch. So we'll count that as 1. Schlitten finding a 2nd kill. Not able to get the 3rd. Unbelievable effort, though.
Honestly amazing, being able to pull out that shotgun and I guess dodge the enemy bullets, getting the enemy team killed there, and then still picking up another right after.
Under so much pressure, too, after getting spotted on drone. Nowhere really to run to as his rotate was pretty much cut off. Quite amazing that he's able to find such a good amount of value from that position. Maybe even consider a mistake on ASU side as Think gets taken down pretty low and goes for the reswing. Gets punished for it. That's Rika for the double kill. And that leaves us in 3 versus 3. Control of upstairs has been maintained by ASU. They still have to find a way onto the site with less than a minute to go. I remember to mention all the anchoring utility Tarleton has available to them in this composition. Oh.
Swapping mags.
There's that black
Quick spot there onto the Blackbeard, Bohannon. He has to be wary of the hatch being open as well, so these Tarleton players are going to choose to double up in this back call position. Blackbeard Shield's going to get the spot onto Vedgelis. Vedgelis goes for the repeat. Doesn't commit to the fight, though. This Blackbeard's so annoying to deal with. His teammate plays around him. Bohannon doing what he can, but he's not able to find it. It's Genesify 0-1 and Rika to find the triple and leave Vedgelis in a 1 versus 3. 7 seconds left to go as the diffuser gets planted. Vedgelis, no way of denying it, and now he has to find a way back into the B-bomb site to isolate these fights, isolate these players. But it's ASU who have been given time to set up for this. Be a difficult clutch. Goes for the nitro cell, doesn't quite find anything. 1 player taken down pretty low. Pretty tough ask for our veteran here, Vedgelis, as he looks for something, but ASU not giving him anything. Genesify is going to be first contact here, but he gets sent, but flying by a Nomad charge. Good luck, Vedgelis. No chance. Blackbeard going to be more of a nuisance. It's Rika to find his 4th kill of the round and secure that one for ASU.
Yeah, that's honestly just a really hard round to play once you're in that situation. Bringing that just 1v3, there's not much you can do, especially with a shield op right in front of you for half that round.
It's Rika to find the frags, but I'd argue Genesify using that Blackbeard really is the thing that kind of secured that one for ASU. His teammates were able to play around the info he's gathering with the shield.
Completely agree with that. It's just so much being
Attackers
able to
need
have a
locate and
shield
defuse
just
as
in
many
front
bombs
of
as
your
they
team.
can.
That's just one of the biggest things.
I mentioned it on round 1, but when I've asked a lot of the Siege players as of recent times, when I'm when talking about meta, well, the thing that comes up the most is definitely these shields. As we head into round 3, our score completely evened up. From what I've been able to tell so far, it's been Schlitten to take up the role as the roamer on the defensive side for the Texans. The rest of these players kind of play typical positions, as you'll kind of see Sync castling off a few of these common entries around Trophy and Kitchen. And Tarleton are going to opt to switch up the site here. Aren't going to go back to... I wish I knew the name of it. I'll just call it the first floor site.
Going back to, I believe it's called Barn Gaming. If I remember
Yeah,
correctly.
that sounds right. We're going to be playing from the basement now as we see what the execute looks like for ASU. We're getting our first look at... Excuse me, I've been completely cut off. Sync finding an opening kill onto Rika, who had that amazing second round. So a nice find there. And he's going to spot a load more players. He goes for another one, so Sync finding amazing value, gets two. And swap onto Schlitten. He takes a little bit of damage, not too much, as he looks to reposition. Very aggressive from Sync, but it ends up working out in his favor. As Rika and Genesify have been removed, arguably the two most impactful players in the previous round. Remind me the name of this this operator here that's tracking Schlitten.
We're gonna see a Deimos tracker come out here to try and execute that roam and get rid of him.
It is our first look at Deimos in this series. So info has been gathered here on Schlitten. I believe his rotation also been cut off, so he's going to try to buy his team as much time as he can in this library position. So he continues to jiggle both these angles to not get walked up on as he continues to get targeted, continues to be scanned and spotted, but he's wasting so much time.
Both Deimos.
And now with a minute left to go, you really have to deal with this guy soon. Otherwise, you're in a lot of trouble. Nade's going to force him out of position. Eventually, they will take him down, but now you really got to speed things up as you're lacking a lot of that map control that you would have had if you didn't waste so much time trying to take out Schlitten and Library.
Honestly, amazing play by the Texans there, being able to have Schlitten just basically delay over half the time that the enemy team had to take this site.
Now it has me wondering what the play is from ASU as they no longer have that Blackbeard shield to kind of lead the charge, gather that necessary information. They're going to hard breach one of the hatches if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, that's going to be the wine hatch, I believe. And or, oh, it's going to be wine wall, I believe.
But now 20 seconds left to go. The execute has to come in now. Wine wall is open from the thermite. It's been spotted by Bjorddd as he plays around this corner, back sight. Thermite entering. PKE, excuse me, finds one with the nitro cell. And it's Bjorddd to continue to take his time. The fuse gets stuck. As we now enter a 3 versus 2. Numbers advantage for the Texans. Bjorddd routing this corner with the shotgun. Player sitting close to his left. He's going to get spotted, taken down. Blast Pecked eliminated. 1 versus 3 for Clutch. We'll see if he lives true to his name. And he will not. Bohannon wasting no time getting the final kill. Texans clean on the retake.
Absolutely amazing round coming out from the Texans there, especially with that kind of double roam, I guess. Having Sync holding Kitchen, being able to get, what was it, I believe 2 or 3 picks off of it. 2 picks. And just basically putting the round into Tarleton's favor. And then Schlitten being able to stall for that insane amount of time. Just basically make it to where they don't really have a choice but to get the bomb down.
The Texans so willing to play retake as they didn't give up any other part of the site there. As you saw, Bjorddd kind of just stayed backside, waiting his time, letting the defuse get planted, and then he proceeded to walk up, knowing the location of thermite. And at the end of the day, that was more than enough to get the Texans to win there. As now we head into round 3 with a 2-1 score line.
And a new thing with this season, we're going to see bans come out in the middle of the game. Enemy team's going to
Attackers
ban
need to
that
locate
Cade,
and defuse as many bombs
and
as they
Tarleton's
can.
going to opt to ban that Blackbeard. As it has been
Yeah,
such
really
a
no surprise there. Both those operators, I'd say, largely impactful for both sides. The Blackbeard ban really benefiting the Texans here, in my opinion.
Absolutely. With that Cade getting banned, we're going to see, I believe, Bohannon is going to be onto the Aruni now. And Schlitten's going to be on that Valkyrie.
I actually like the additions of bans mid-game because it allows you to adjust what the, I'd argue, you'd say like problem operators are during the game. Because you don't really know. Oftentimes, a lot of the bans from the early game are just meta bans. Typical ones that you see on certain maps. This allows you to play towards your opponent's tendencies, which I really enjoy. Opts for a little bit more strategy here in a Siege X.
Making it
call
a
it.
little bit more tactical, in my opinion.
But continuing on at the slow approach from ASU. As Genesify said, if there's no Blackbeard, let me play another shield operator. We're going to lock the blitz.
And I know Blitz can be very much of a pain.
So maybe the Blackbeard band not phasing him as much.
Yeah, they still have the option of Montang, which is a really annoying shield operator, but Blitz having
You gotta
that
respect
option-
ASU for sticking to the strategy as well.
Yeah, they know what they know, and they're gonna stick with it.
I'd say it's pretty typical of Siege. You have a game plan, and you run your game plan.
Absolutely.
A minute through the round, no contact yet. A few shots ringing out from Bohannon, as he doesn't quite give up trophy, just makes a little hole here to watch for the jump in of any potential players. It's gonna be Schlitten to continue with his roaming quests as he kind of lurks around in basement, likely playing off the info from his Valk cams positioned around the map. But about half the clock's run out and no action yet for the Texans, as the main approach from ASU appears to be from Library side towards Piano. Pixel here being held by PK. We'll see if he gets contact. Nothing quite yet as they drone forward. Here's the swing from PK. Not quite spotting any of these players just yet. Barricade's gonna get broken on that Piano window. PK still looking, gonna catch the shoulder of the Blitz. Doing a little bit of damage. Blitz playing with fire. It's taken down to about half HP as the flashes start to ring out, and here comes the execute. Thermite charge, smokes, everything coming in. How did the Texans respond? Head showing for Blitz. Shot doesn't quite land. It's going to be Rika to find first blood on Schlitten. That's the lurk taken out. Trade by Bohannon. Now 30 seconds left to go. Blitz in trouble, but he's able to put up that shield, and Beastly's able to cover him. That's PK eliminated. And it's Sync, not quite ready for the player in the window. Bohannon finds a double. Thermite's going to cross onto site. Bohannon continuing to hold it down, finds a triple. Federalist denies the entry from Blastpect, and now it's a 1 versus 2. How the Texans play this one with 10 seconds left to go. Diffuser yet to be planted. Bohannon has the angle, has the 4K, carries the Texans to round 3.
Absolutely beautiful hold. Honestly. Just Texans holding it down, denies the breach for as long as possible, getting picks in the action. Unfortunate with Schlitten getting taken out, but I believe it was Bohannon that got the trade, being able to bring the numbers back 4-4, and then that you can see the power of the DMR in this, just absolutely shredding people no matter who you are.
He was so willing to hold that position in Piano, and you love to see the confidence coming out from Bohannon. And good stuff there from the Texans, able to trade each other out effectively and get themselves to a 3rd round, kind of expanding their lead here.
Jammer ready.
We're going to continue forward as I believe we are nearing the final round of the half, if I'm not mistaken. It's either round 5 or round 6.
Ready, set, then she deployed.
Jammer ready.
Sorry for my siege experience. It will be Bohannon topping the scoreboard here for Tarleton, sitting at a comfortable 6-1. Vedrelist, the veteran, following right behind them at 4-1.
I'm on guard. Bench is ready.
Few last minute Malusi traps being set up by Schlitten.
Reloading.
It's gonna be Sync to jiggle this opening, in main lobby. Not quite gonna see that player as he retreats from the area. PK in a quite committed position in kitchen. Hasn't been spotted out quite yet.
We are now protected.
Seems like the game plan's kind of shifted from Tarleton here to from upstairs control. They do have Schlitten playing here for upstairs. As for the rest of them, they're really liking to control this trophy kitchen area. Let's see if Schlitten gets contact here in a few moments. As ASU continue with their slow approach, as we've seen all game long. Schlittens going to get spotted on on this deployable. But the swing from Sync isn't able to connect. He goes for the aggressive peek. Clutch shuts him down. Schlitten taking low HP, forced to give up his position on stairs. Clutch taking down the 1 HP from Sync from earlier. And Tarleton look to make an adjustment to their defense as they have lost control of the upstairs, the top floor. And that's good. Bohannon able to trade one back, but Blastpecked shutting him down. And Tarleton stays at a disadvantage. How do they pull this one back? Could be hanging in the balance of Schlitten. Sitting low HP, but in a decent flank spot. If you can find the right timing. He's going to go for that timing right about now. Unfortunately, PKE going to lose his life, but the Blitz taken out, and the diffuser's been dropped in main lobby.
That's honestly an amazing play, being able to get rid of that shield.
Yeah, absolutely. Schlitten's going to look to reposition now. Don't know if he was heard from by that player above him. He's going to try to find the frag. Vedrilus evening us up at a 2 versus 2. Beastify taken out. Clutch with the trade. Very winnable for Schlitten as Clutch is down on low HP. Thermite's looking for him. And he will check Schlitten. That position on blue stairs. And gets that round for ASU, bringing us to a 3-2 scoreline.
Honestly, that round could have gone either way. I think it was a little bit of just... I believe it was Sync initially. Whoever was on the Wamai trying to peek that, just losing that gunfight is just something you can't do. You have the surprise on them, and you just basically have a free kill to get your team up in players. But unable to secure that kill kind of just blows the round a little bit, making it a little bit more difficult for the rest of your team.
Defenders.
It's a little unfortunate because you like the idea from Sync. Schlitten taking contact on a deployable shield sitting on the stairs, kind of providing the distraction, or the opportunity, I should say, for Sync to walk up and maybe find the timing on that peak while they are focused on Schlitten. But wasn't quite able to secure the kill. And the round kind of turns on its head from there.
Just leaving Tarleton at that disadvantage in numbers almost the entire round.
Device placed.
I've seen that from Sync so far in this series, in this game, I should say. He's been willing to play aggressive,
And that's what
which can be a good thing, but can be also punishing at certain times. And we've seen a little bit of both. Texans are going to get set up here in basement once again. Vedrilus going to play that spot backside inside a wine cellar. With mute jammers and the, I was about to say harbor utility, I mean Tubarao utility for PKE.
Love that Valorant mentality.
Valorant player at heart.
They have some content.
Sync's gonna get immediately droned out, but doesn't seem phased by it. As he kind of takes his fight, looks for it on the window. And he's not gonna budge here. He's gonna stick around in kitchen. Sync kind of showing no fear. Even after getting punished first in the previous round. Once again, willing to look for that opener. And maybe put his team in an advantage. Schlitten, in the meantime, probably going to get spotted out here. I believe ASU noticed the spam. And it's going to be Sync to open us up onto Clutch. So a massive first kill. As Schlitten's going to look for one as well. Taking down to about half. Pre-fires, bullets ringing out, not connecting. Schlitten in trouble, feeling the pressure, feeling the heat, taken out by Beast. 4 versus 4. As now Sync has a decision to make whether or not he sticks around or looks to rotate back to site with his team.
I mean, Schlitten did some major stuff there, being able to get both Beastly and Blastspec down to around 1 HP.
He liked the pre-fire, so close to being able to deliver. He swaps to the pistol as well to try to finish it off. Wasn't quite enough. But again, stalling for time, taking his players down to low HP. We'll see if that's enough to put Tarleton over the line.
We're going to see a Deimos drone come out and just basically clear Sync out. Because he could have gotten shot from directly above with that breakable floor.
I'd say a smart decision by Sync with a minute left to go in the round to decide to rotate back to site with his team and look to anchor and wait to find out where this execute's coming from. Bohannon going to play kind of a cheese angle around the bomb on the opposite site. In the meantime, these footsteps are going to be heard by Sync. He's going to be calling us out to his team. As breach charge gets placed on the wine cellar wall.
No two Beretta stop. We're just gonna get full access.
Sink and Bjorddd is going to try to hold down this crossfire. Unfortunately, Barricade also gets broken. Blitz kind of making his way towards into sight. Gets a spot onto Sink towards blue. He's going to jiggle these angles. Watch for the walk-in. Call it out for his team. Blast Pack going to get down. In the meantime, Bohannon looking for the finish. Doesn't quite find it with the Nitro. Bjorddd playing around these smokes. This could be a huge Nitro cell. He gets the kill. Finishes Blast Pack. And as he now looks to deny the plant, Blitz gonna stick it through, gets covered by Beastly. Unbelievable. Sink gets the double kill for him. So much chaos, so much going on. Bohannon swaps to the sidearm, finds Genesify. Last player is known, it's gonna be Reek on the hatch. He finds 2, leaving us in a 1 versus 1. Sink gonna go for the quick tap here. It's off. Rika playing discipline. Has the flashes still to work with. Sink's gonna get blinded up. Doesn't know where to go. I mean, what can he really do in this situation? He's gonna be forced to stick here. He's gonna go for it. Wallbangs are spamming, but the drop from Rika is able to finish the job. Rika with the 1 versus 3 to win that one out from the hatch angle. Unbelievable.
Unfortunately, that's just a tough spot, especially with that hatch open. That plant spot is just so deadly. But whenever you're going to tap, you have to let it do the little like buzz noise twice, because unlike Valorant, it's not basically just one little noise and then it just can sit there silently and do it. With this, it's click, 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 click. So if you don't at least do it twice, they're just gonna know. They can just wait.
You saw that discipline come out from Rika. You got to give credit to him. I believe Tarleton had info on the last player, but just with so much chaos going on, he's able to find those 2 kills in quick succession without a trade. And he's able to clutch that 1 versus 3 to tie us up 3 versus 3, 3-3 on Chalet. So we have a great opening map here for our activation series.
Honestly, only situation I think Tarleton could have actually won that round is have 2 hold that hatch and then send their 3rd player to go flank around. Because they just were giving them ones, peeking the hatch, and just got taken down to that 1v1 scenario, and there's not much you can do there.
Nevertheless, we're going to get these side swap now. The even score line. Tarleton will be the ones on the attack.
Defenders,
I believe they got
protect
to
your bombs from being
redo the
defused by
bans,
attackers.
which is very curious.
Yeah, I may have noticed that as well. This is an interesting adaptation to DJX, but nothing too different besides Thermite getting banned for the side of
ASU.
Sorry, for ASU, yes.
Double hard breach. That's going to leave basically no options for Tarleton. But that's going to leave a lot of other basically pretty good operators open for Tarleton to choose from.
10 seconds to insertion.
Loading mag!
Let's see, Blitz is
5
coming out
seconds to
on
insertion.
Vedrilos here.
I know what I have to do.
Yeah, the shield meta also being utilized by Tarleton to no one's surprise. But a few different operators as well, as we get a gridlock out of Schlitten and Zofia from Sync. Opposed to, I believe it was the Ash that came most of the time as the kind of fragging operator for ASU. So a bit of variety in that regard. Well, here we go. Tarleton making their way early onto the balcony. Outside of this main site wall. Renegade's going to deny any of that utility.
Tossing EMP grenade. Drones ready.
Thatcher EMP will shut it down. To give opportunity for Bohannon to drone his way in. They're going to see the setup being made by the Aruni towards the library. Fortunately, don't know where Schlitten just got found, but he has been caught. Taken out by Clutch. Rika's going to get flashed up and PKE Bohannon. Nice combo of utility there from Tarleton. As the flash play from Vedrilos pretty much drives the Aruni into the open. And is taken down by the waiting arms of the Tarleton players on the balcony. And with that, that's going to be the cue for them to jump in and potentially even get this wall open. meantime, Sync's kind of taking his time, trying to clear out any suspected roams. PKE finding another one. Huge value. Double for him onto Genesify. That leaves only 2 players left for ASU. Tarleton's wasting no time. They're going to make their way onto the A-bomb site and maybe try to look to stick to this diffuser. Blitz is going to pretty much clear everything out, and yeah. Unfortunately, Sync getting found by one of the roamers. That'll be clutch to get his second of the round. But nothing to stop this diffuser now. Oh, Federalist.
Ooh, and that's gonna be
But he
shotgun
gets,
to the face.
he gets a little disrespectful, and Blastpeck punishes him for it. 2 versus 2 now. We'll see if that one ends up costing Tarleton or not. But it'll be Bohannon and PKE to try to hold this one down. Bohannon having a great game so far, and a nice shot there. And he gets the final player as well. A triple for Bohannon in that round as he continues to light up the scoreboard.
Amazing play.
Nice
honestly.
little fadeaway.
That angle, that pixel peek was honestly dirty. I can't lie. That mute, not really having much of a choice, doesn't have a really big scope to see that tiny little pixel. And all it took was one little speck of that mute's head for it to get taken off.
Yeah, getting the kill into the player, fading away on the library stairs. Nice movement, good mechanics coming out from Bohannon. He's been displaying that pretty much the entire game. As we are now up to 11 frags for him as he leads the way on both teams by a long shot.
Reloading!
Honestly, amazing attack. Just being able to take space on Tarleton's side. Not letting anything just sit there for too long. Just taking what's free and what's theirs. Sending Vegilus up, basically up through lobby, up to those library stairs. Being able to take all that space with that blitz, because that's the thing with shields. You can't really stop them from taking it unless you got some explosives.
It only got worrisome there towards the end when Fedras, I believe he thought that the flash had a little more of an effect on that player in front of him, but so he dropped the shield for a second and got punished by the shotgun, but with the safe hands of Bohannon, Tarleton are able to secure the round and retake the lead once again.
Absolutely. It looked like Vegilus was a little too much dip on his chip. Tried to go and melee that mute and tried to just finish him off after missing the melee twice. But like you said, Bohannon is just helping, lack of better words, carrying this team. Doing everything.
Alright, it's tabbed out for a second. Let's go back into the action here. Kind of a similar take here from Tarleton as they go onto this balcony. It's going to be a little bit of a switch up though as we see the Frost now for Rika. I believe that is in place of the Aruni. It'll be Sync to also transition onto the Ash, which we saw coming out from ASU quite often on the attack. Vedralus, no longer on the Blitz. Going to be playing Zero. A lot more information available. Those cams, Schlitten taking down the very low HP. Don't know where that happened. I believe he might have been caught by a Frost mat.
Go on, deployed.
I think I heard that from across the map. So Schlitten going to be dangerously low for the remainder of this round. And Vedralus finding first blood. Takes out Clutch. That'd be one of the fraggers for ASU. Eliminated in the mid-round. And we're wasting no time. Bohannon, he's going to look to walk up. Pre-fires. Rika going to be eliminated by PKE. And Tarleton with an immediate advantage. With a minute left to go, how do they approach the site now? The alarm is eliminated. Utility coming out. This hard breach will make a opening for Tarleton to try and approach the site, peek some of these angles. We'll see if ASU decide to take any risks being down in numbers. Castle Barricade's going to get removed right about now by Bohannon. And now 30 seconds left to go. The XQ will be coming in any second now. The walk up from Beastly is punished, but once again by Bohannon. Player in piano is going to get spotted. Sync, shot's not connecting, but it'll be PKE to get the double and clean that one up. 1 versus 5 for Blastpeck. Tarleton still with 20 seconds to plant, should be in no worries, and yes, they will get that diffuser down. A few players low. But a tough ask for Blastpeck, only having that shotgun available to him and the SMG sidearm. This is a clean round for Tarleton, as they look to pretty much secure this one, and worse off, Blastpeck is going to get spotted and taken out by ASU. A nice zero cam in main lobby and a good angle. Tarleton looking clean here, as I would expect a sight change now from the defenders.
I mean, that's just the power of Zero, being able to shoot a cam wherever you want, really, and be able to go through breakables. Like, being able to put it on a floor, wall, just press a button, it swaps to the other side. You got that cam holding all of on site, then you just switch it. Now you have all of kitchen, basically. And was able to see lobby as well, just taking all of that control.
Attackers need to
Very well done. Tarleton are looking to run away with this half now, as we enter round number 9. A win here will secure match point.
A bomb.
Bohannon continuing to lead the way here at a comfortable 12-3. Really showing off the skills here in game number 1. We're going to get a first look at Vigil, which is one of my personal favorite operators in the game.
Now,
Lots of movement speed, lots of roam capabilities.
Are you a Boss G user? Or do you use his other primary, which is arguably one of the best in this game?
Swapping mags.
Yeah, I am definitely a K1A guy. I believe that's what it's called.
I believe that.
Not the
would
Boss
be
G.
correct. I mean, that Boss G with an ACOG is basically just a sniper rifle. It's pretty insane.
I love the Boss G, but got to go with that rifle most of the time.
That's fair enough.
Personal preference.
Device is going dark.
And even Tarleton, playing the early Thatcher and very quick breach onto the main wall here outside garage. Quick execute from Tarleton. Don't know if we're going to see any commitment off of this, but they are going to get that wall open early. Maybe look to reposition on the other side of the map.
As my friend would say, time to ring some ears.
And having Sync with another former hard breach, he is also going to make a hole into line. Getting a deep sight line. He can even see into that connector area.
That's what I love about Habana. You can shoot your hard breach from super far away and just open up everything if you really want to.
Tarleton kind of just poking away on these early holes they were able to make, but not quite finding anything just yet.
Deployed. Cam ready.
Looks like Schlitten's going to go and drone out outside garage. In the meantime, Bohannon has made his way into the building. He's the one carrying the diffuser, so likely we'll see the execute coming in from wherever he's coming from, which looks to be the A site. Closing in on about a minute to go. PK hasn't even entered the building yet. A little bit worrisome for Tarleton as they're lacking some of that map control, but it's Bohannon once again to find the opener. He'll be clutch taken out immediately. And Sync, Bohannon kind of just poking around at the entryway here. A few pre-fires on that player in blue. Not finding anything just yet. But it looks like they had a deployable set. That's kind of a blunder, I would say, from ASU. They had a deployable set up in the elbow area, with that wall already open, which gives way for Tarleton to find a plant. Ventilus finding Blastpeck, and the diffuser's planted. ASU kind of caught by surprise, it seems. Speaking of surprises, Ventilus not expecting Beastly right around the corner. He'll be taken out, but still an advantage for Tarleton. Schlitten's gonna find a pick. Genesify with the trade, but immediately Sync Schlitten finding 2 more kills. It is fast from Tarleton, and that'll take us to match point.
Beautiful execution. I was honestly getting a little worried because it was taking Tarleton a little bit to get in there, but they got that hole through the wall and wine, and it was just immediately taking that space, getting the diffuser down, just doing.
And I didn't see where he was playing, but that first pick from Bohannon, I believe it was on that elbow player playing the deployable shield. It's a little bit of a blunder from ASU because if you lose that space, the wall's already open for Tarleton, and Tarleton wasted no time pushing into the bomb site off that and getting the diffuser planted. I think it caught ASU by surprise. And I believe that was Clutch who got caught there.
Honestly, I'm loving these bans I'm seeing coming out from Tarleton. The Mira getting rid of one of the most powerful operators on this map. Azami, considerably still partially meta, even with all the nerfs that kind of happened. And then seeing that cave come out as well, that's another like form of wall denial.
And ASU really struggling on this defensive side. They've yet to secure a round. Tarleton sitting on match point, feeling comfortable with those last 2 rounds. One being a flawless.
Tarleton just being absolutely perfect here on attack. It was looking a little even whenever we were playing, whenever Tarleton was on the defense. But now the sides have stopped.
10 seconds
now
to go.
We're here at match point, 3-6.
And here we go, as we head into the round. In a few last minute swaps from Tarleton as Schlitten opts for the Capital. The rest of the operators kind of staying the same as ASU elect to remain in basement.
We are going to see the Ram come out for, I believe someone in the chat said it's Pike, not PK.
Changing mags.
We're going to see that come out. Which
My
Ram
apologies.
is really good on this site, especially being able to take basically full control and just ruin everything.
Device is going dark.
Breaching.
Whoa, hard for incoming.
Yeah, similar approach from Tarleton. They get the wall outside garage open pretty much immediately early on in the round. Just putting pressure on these defenders. Meantime, it wouldn't surprise me if we had sink towards the garage side or wine side once again. It seems like we do, but he's coming in from a different angle.
A little bit of a miss flash.
Flashbang misses there. Funny that we caught that one. Bohannon, a few shots ringing out. Not going to take too much damage though, as he looks to group with Sink and potentially remove some of this electrocute off the wall.
And with ASU knowing that Tarleton will be using flashes and stuff, they opt to pick the Warden, being able to deny being flashed at all.
You're seeing the value out of the zero cam right there, as it is able to remove one of the bandit charges from the main garage wall.
Vedrolot's almost getting timing there.
It's Rika to find first pick on Bohannon. Unfortunately for Tarleton, that'll be the diffuser dropped. So this kill's going to be pretty important for Sink to pick up, as the diffuser's going to get controlled by the defenders right now. I don't know how that kill happened, but wow, Tarleton in trouble. Clutch finding a kill through the floor. Schlitten with the trade. And now things become a little bit difficult. Yeah, Rika has repositioned, not spotted by Schlitten. 4 versus 2 immediately. Vedrolot's going to look to trade one back, but the diffuser's down. That's the problem here for Tarleton. They can have control of the site, but how do you get this diffuser back with 30 seconds left? And it seems like they won't. That's the answer. Genicify finds Vedrolot, as Pike going to do everything he can here. I just don't see a way back into this one. He has to work his way all the way up the stairs. The footsteps are going to get heard, and he's going to get dropped. Genicify finds his second of the round, and the defenders get their first round of this half.
Honestly, a little bit disappointing to see that happen. I believe I'm not sure who was playing Ram there, but being able to have Ram available, you have to take control of that first floor and clear out some roamers, as usually every team is going to have at least one, which we saw there. That Vigil being able to get huge value by getting a pick onto whoever was carrying the diffuser there, and then just being able to lock it down. And it was just pick after pick trying to retrieve that diffuser, just left basically.
And I hate to leave my co-cast here, but it is time for me to make my leave. Only this is in your hands.
All
I
right.
appreciate it, and you guys will see me here next week for more Siege action.
Alrighty.
Best of luck to you.
Thank you. All right, and there goes the main caster, Bjorddd, and I am the one who's been talking back here. I am Big China.
10
Previously
seconds left.
was on the A team for the Siege team last semester. so I have a little bit of experience with this with playing this game. But this is, like we said earlier, brand new team. So excited to see what happens. So we're gonna see about the same, a little bit pretty different actually coming out from Tarleton here. We're gonna see Bjorddd picking up that shield op again, going into the Blackbeard. Pike is gonna go onto the Grim, chilling on Gridlock. Bohannon back on that Thatcher and Sync. Get some cams going. Try and get some eyes wherever we can. Okay, with this reverse reverse position, they're able to hang upside down. Regulus just moving. Mike just using those Grims, trying to clear out that spot where everyone has been sitting before. I'm gonna switch over to Bohannon, see what he's trying to do. Grapple. Gonna do the same. Repelling, that's what it's called. Slayton going to get some eyes in library so we can attempt to take some space. Gonna repel down. A lot of info gathering coming from the side of Tarleton, just trying to find out where everyone is. Here we go. We have Bohannon making entry. Shooting off some Grims, trying to get information, cut off sights. I'm gonna see Bjorddd here. I missed it. There's gonna be Bohannon finding a little roamer coming around right outside of that library. Take care of the cam.
Frag grenade out!
There goes the frag. He's gonna get
Blast area!
see the hard machine coming as he starts taking space. We do finally have a location on the bombs. Bjorddd is in a dangerous position here, getting spammed by both. Unable to do much. Didn't take that gunfight. Gets one down. Pike also got one. We're gonna be getting the fuser down right now. Tarleton up. All 5 to ASU's 2. They're gonna know one is on those stairs. And there goes taken out by Bohannon. Slayton trying to use that shotgun to get a kill. It's going to be Bohannon who trades him out and gets that final kill on the blast bed. And that's going to be game. First game going to Tarleton. Amazing stuff. Being able to just basically get that info and take as much as they want. We're going to see Bohannon as that MVP. We're going to look at the scoreboard a little bit. Bohannon going 16-5. Amazing debut from everyone. Good stuff from the side of Tarleton. And I believe we are going to have another game in a little bit against a different college. So stay tuned for that. And we shall be back in a little bit. well, as we're waiting, haven't loaded up Siege in a while. Let's open up some packs, if I have any. Looks like I have one alpha pack. Oh, and it's a purple. Okay. Think a headgear. Not much to do there. See if I can use any of my renown. I guess let's get. We'll go with regular packs. Get some alpha packs. We'll do 5 packs real quick. Let's see what we can do. And that's gonna be a blue. And it's gonna be a Kev head skin. High stakes. Okay. Let's do another one. Ooh, legendario. And I got a UFO with batteries on my head. Lovely. Honestly, kind of like the skin. Okay, kind of fire. Cannot lie. And let's go ahead and do another one. And that's going to be an uncommon. What is up with all the headgears today? We got a little rook one. Got some camo action going on. Do one more. And that's going to be another green. We got a bailiff skin. Molokai. Honestly, one of my favorite pistols, especially with Doc. And let's do that. Nice little gridlock skin for Buck. Gotta love that. And let's see. Gotta have to do battle pass for that one. Let's do one of these packs. We'll open this. Oh. I like this skin. Little basic, but actually has a decent amount of detail. Love that, love that. Let's get some more packs. Can only get a couple more, get about 3 more. Boom, now we got 3 more packs. Let's see. Oh, that's an uncommon. And another headgear, this one for IQ. Let's do another. Got a blue. Ooh, pretty skin. Dahlia for Echo. I believe it, I forget what it's called. MP5SD? Maybe. Not 100% sure. And that's gonna be another blue. Maybe we get something cool. Sophia skin. Arctic Moss. I kind of like the headgear actually. Nice and warm. And that's about all I can do for y'all. As we try and wait for our next game to come by. I shall be back in a little bit whenever that game has started. Test, test. Hello, hello, hello. Test here, test here. Hello, hello, hello. Let's see if this works. And alright, we are back. Here we are. If you were not here earlier, I am Big China, 63, and I will be commentating the second game. We did have Bjorddd earlier for the first one. It's just going to be me now. We got the Tarleton Texans going against the University of Arkansas. Gonna see some good picks. We're gonna have Tarleton starting on defense first, and we are back on Chalet.
Changing mag.
Everything's working properly.
Shiba deployed.
Initiate jammer!
And we're gonna see Tarleton banning the ace.
Bomb located by attackers.
And basically overall just typical bans. We're gonna see Arkansas banning the Mira and the Cade. Excited to
10
see
seconds
how this
left.
match go. Tarleton did win their first match, I believe it was 7-4.
5 seconds to insertion.
So let's do this as we get started. Gonna see Bjorddd put on gamers. The zombie did make it through this time, so we're gonna say Bohannon on that.
We have some time.
We are already into the be working on a drone incoming. It's gonna be spotted in that. We're gonna see Schlitten go down. First up. Let's see some action here. Getting swap over around. Take this whole upstairs. A little bit of pressure from everywhere. Have to everything's happening. Basically, all of Tarleton just disappeared within a second. There we go. And that's going to be Bjorddd going down as well to Kaizen. Not looking good for Tarleton. Barely. Tarleton not even able to get a pick off the enemy team. Arkansas going completely flawless in this first round. Let's see if Tarleton's gonna I believe Tarleton's gonna decide to go back to the same area, Masters in office. Here we go, getting started on round 2.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
This time we're gonna see a bit of a change up. We're going to see Bohannon onto the Aruni, Vegetalis on the Warden, sink back, or actually, sink on Castle, Pike on Tubarao, and we're going to see Schlitten on, I'm blanking on what that person's name is,
Surya in place.
but the robot person. Scopos, that's what the name is. Schlitten is going to
10
be
seconds
playing
left.
Scopos. Enemy team's gonna be bringing a
5
cow,
seconds
which is
remaining.
pretty
Attackers have discovered the location of a bomb.
And
Attackers are heading out to defuse a bomb.
a little bit more roam action.
Reloading!
Schlitten's gonna be all the way down in garage. Seems to be going around a little bit. Bohannon got that long angle. trying to hold the lobby from these stairs. Gotta love this long angle, and we made it back. And that's gonna be a nice shot from Bohannon. Absolutely beautiful play. He's going to be upstairs pushing library. We're gonna have to go through Pike Era to get through.
Reloading ammo.
Just getting a little look around, see what we can find. Bohannon has moved up to the top floor. Off the Let's go as we see Pike hovering over where those enemies would be.
Freeze in effect.
Charge has been placed. Getting a little chilly. The drones are coming out. Pike probably gonna be spotted.
Zoto canister deployed.
Zoto canister. Switching around a little. See, Schlitten may be able to sneak wide open. I'm going to have to fall back. Quick peek's coming out. That's the schedule is going down. Taking out Shuro. Low here. Take the peek. Bohannon getting one as well, but Koch taking out Schlitten. That's gonna be Sync going down to Kaizen. There we go. That's gonna be the Cali has been knocked by Pike, and he gets timing very unfortunate. And that's gonna be the round. Bohannon saving the round. Amazing work. Good round. That's gonna bring us now 1-1. Both even.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
Here we go. Starting round 2. We're gonna see Tarleton.
Attackers have discovered the location of a bomb.
I believe we're in basement. Get a little look. There we are. We are in basement. Follow around. We're gonna see.
Jammer ready to
Bandit
activate.
on the bandit. Evangelist on the mute. Sync back on the castle.
Device set. Deploying jammer.
Super is just so powerful for really any of these
Device
maps.
set.
And Schlitten's gonna be on that Jaeger. We're gonna see Schlitten going to get
Set
this
device.
out.
Reloading ammo.
Reinforcement.
Reinforcements ongoing. Deploying jammer.
And let's get this round started.
Activate
Get a
jammer.
little overhead view, see if we can find anything going on. We're probably gonna see some content. I think it's kind of looking the wrong way. And that's gonna be Schlitten getting a pick onto Kaizen. Trying to find zone. There we go, just a little pretty slow right now. I can see Schlitten hiding up in library. Pike holding this tarp hallway.
Device positioned.
Gonna be able to deny that breach. Holding it down. Bohannon with the bandit trick. Gonna have to fall back after losing that wall. Little unfortunate, but that's just what happened.
Swapping mags.
Pike getting some contact as there's two enemies trying to fall in through the wine side.
Nitro.
And they're going to try to get that plant down, but that's going to be to cancel that plant. Pike a little pinned down. Looking to try. Actually, Bezra's going down to Zoro or Arrow.